What's going on, dudes and dudettes? So a three-star running back in C.J. Rivers did commit to Duke football the other day, which is pretty cool. I think they got another commitment too from Tyson Sanford. I believe he is a three-star cornerback in the class of 2026 as well. He's like 5'11", almost 200 pounds, so he's a pretty good looking player already. There was a player in Carter Jones who I believe is an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman. Looks like he put out all his offers lists, and luckily Duke didn't make that list. And of course I just put a hashtag Let's Go Duke just to get his attention, and he ended up liking the reply on X, which is pretty cool. So hopefully he ends up choosing Duke in the future, and if that's the case, then I should get some credit for that coach. And then when it comes to the the top 100 players returning in college football, at number 63, Terry Moore, the safety, was there, and then at number 54, Brian Parker II was also there. I was kind of surprised that Chandler Rivers wasn't there because he's been getting all the hype and love and PFF and everywhere else, and could be a mid to late first round pick, but for some reason he wasn't on three's list. So I thought that was kind of surprising. And then when it comes to Phil Steele's preseason All ACC, they had like numerous guys make, like 3 guys make the first team, 2 guys make the second, 3 guys make the third team, and even 1 guy made the 4th team. So I don't know exactly if that means they're going to be good in the conference or they have a higher chance of getting drafted too at the end of the season. You never know, but I guess it just showcases the talent on your team, and obviously Duke football has quite a bit, so that was pretty cool to see. And then I believe it was PFF put out the highest graded ACC returning receivers this year, and Cooper Barkate made it back from Duke, who's number 3 on that list at 80.9. Honestly, don't even remember the kid, but did have a high grade, so maybe he didn't get much playing time, but when he did, he was successful at it, so hopefully he can turn that into an even bigger season, this one coming up. And then speaking of that quarterback transfer, Darian Mensah, looks like he said recently it was very tough for him to leave home, but he knew this move would set his family up for financial freedom, and he's obviously going to be making around more than $3 million in his first year at Duke, and it's going to be an even more of a bigger paycheck if he ends up staying, so hopefully he is worth the money. And when it comes to Elite 11, when they talked about the best systems, according to Tom Luganville, he said Terry Walker III was the best in his situation for Duke, which is pretty cool. And then when it comes to like the top 10 players from day one, over there, Terry Walker, according to Rivals, was number 5 there. Even On3 had him as the 2nd best quarterback, which is pretty cool. But some of the overall top guys, according to On3, Terry Walker III made it at number 11. So that's not a bad place for him to end. Even he is up there as one of the stock risers from the camp, which is pretty cool to see. So yeah, overall, a big time get for them as of right now, and I know he is recruiting hard the next year's class. Hopefully he doesn't end up getting enticed to go somewhere else, but yeah, they found a pretty good one in Terry Walker III.